Hello and welcome to Unacademy. Let's crack UPSC Civil Service Examination with India's largest learning platform, that is Unacademy. My dear students, at Unacademy we have got many exciting things. There you'll be getting structured courses, my dear students. Then you may ask me, like, sir, what are these structured courses? Structured courses are those which are prepared keeping in view of the syllabus and also previous year questions. And not only that, these structured courses are prepared by our top educators. It will be like the apex, the climax of teaching in this area. So this, like, then you may ask me, like, sir, okay, structured courses, how they help in our preparation? What is the utility? My dear students, say for example, the syllabus of yours is in itself is about like 7 or 8 pages or so, 7 or 8 pages. In that, every sentence, every word is a topic. So you need to master all of them. When you come for preparation as a fresher, you won't be having the exact idea as to where to start, what to start, where to read. In that scenario, you can just dive onto our structured courses. We have taken care of all these things. I'm not saying that you shouldn't think like what to read, all these things. Definitely, to begin with, it becomes very, very difficult. Many say start or begin their preparation in a very, very like bad manner. Like say for example, I spent nearly like 15 to like nearly like 25 days. I was reading just physics and chemistry because I was not having access to structured courses. So the structured courses will be in the form of daily live classes. These daily live classes will be supplemented by live test series. This live test series and daily live class will be for unlimited access, my dear students. So I strongly recommend and I suggest you to take a subscription. Then you may ask me, sir, like, okay, I'm convinced and I want to take a subscription, what to do? Any correspondence with Unacademy, in fact, happens only through our app. So you have to download Unacademy Learners app, which is freely available on Google and Apple Play Store. This is a brief about me. I am the national topper of ethics in 2015. Though I didn't read much, maybe because of my first option as a public administration, many things might have played. But this made me, and this like has changed my teaching orientation subject. Previously, I was teaching like economy because like agriculture economics. I have written Indian Economic Service, all these exams. So I was in fact teaching economy. Except history, I have taught almost all the subjects. I have written books on India Yearbook related things. So so on and so forth. But this made me like since I got good marks in ethics, it made me like think and take ethics in a big way. In this way, in this direction, I have written books also. One which is covering all the 15 years report. In that, each and every word, each and every sentence, if second year has mentioned anything, I have put here. But in that one is missing, like protection of honest civil servant. That is the only chapter that has missed. I'm not getting time to update that. I'll update very soon. Otherwise, all everything in second ARC in 15 chapters, 15 reports are there in this book. Second one, according to syllabus, this is a long back I have written. After that, like my teaching, what I teach now and what is there in this book, a bit different. I'll be providing the notes in YouTube link. You can contact me. This Unacademy link. As I told you, at Unacademy, there are more than 100 top educators who are teaching, say for example, our Brunal Patel sir. He has changed the way economy is taught. Brunal sir has become synonymous with economy preparation. You won't hear anyone saying that I have not heard of Brunal sir if he is preparing for civils. Not only civils, your SSC, all these things. He explains those things in a very simple way, and he has got his own way, six pillars principle. Again, not only Brunal sir, not only me, there are many top educators who are teaching at an academy. Those, like if you go to those institutions, you will be made to pay lakhs of rupees. But all these things and for unlimited period, it is available at an academy at a very remunerative price, my dear students. As I told you, these top educators have created more than 15,000 courses which comprehensively cover the syllabus: polity, history, geography, environment, ecology, climate change, even practice session, NCRT books, culture, answer writing practice, interview sessions, all are here. And as I told you, like we have got primarily two kinds of subscription. One is plus and another is iconic. It is cloud plus because we are providing many things for free. Say for example, this YouTube class, some things you get after downloading our app. There is little more plus free, that is our plus course. Here we will be having a structured schedule and a unlimited practice, test series, live classes, all these things. With my promo code Buddha10, you will be getting 10% discount and it will be charged just 44,550 rupees for 1 year, my dear students. Similarly, in case of iconic subscription, if you take my promo code, you'll be getting 10% discount for 1 year. Here also it will be 62,550 rupees. Having realized the importance of options, we have come up with option as a separate entity, different entity, where we'll be giving a lot of focus because they are the game changers. Here too, if you apply my promo code Buddha, you'll be getting 10% discount, and for 1 year you'll be just charged 24,750 rupees, my dear students. We have started new year with fresh life, fresh energy. We have started many batches for new year. Among them, in another 1 or 2 days, in on Jan 11th, we are starting many courses for 21, 22, and 23 aspirants, my dear students. In this regard, like we have made sure that we are giving choice to our students. We are giving choice. We are giving, if you want 6 months course, we have 1 year course, we have 2 years course, we have for 21, 22, 23, we have. You want only English, we have. You want only Hindi, we have. You want, no sir, bilingual is good for me, we have that. Not only that, we have got a complete NCRT course also starting on Jan 11th, my dear students. If you are thinking of joining any institution, I strongly recommend you to join an academy. And after students' request, we have come up with our combo pack. What is this, sir? Combo pack, a new term. This is a pack where you will be getting a lot of discounts if you use these things. If you take both optional and also your GS. Here also we have given choice. You can have own iconic GS and plus optional, or you can have both plus. Here also you can take and you can join by using my promo code Buddha10. You'll be getting the discount. Not only that, as you are aware, our very renowned course, that is iconic subscription, we are increasing the price very soon. If you have not updated, if you have not upgraded, please upgrade. If any of your friends want to upgrade, please let them upgrade to the things. Having said that, let us start our class: Ethics, Integrity, and Aptitude. Welcome to the class. We are starting with the things in sequence. I want to cover according to the syllabus. See, I already have given some inputs about the terminologies. If you have not watched, you can watch them. Now, it's a thing like if you don't prepare in a sequence, as I always say, see, if you have notes, especially mains according to the syllabus, then definitely the chances of you clearing the examination are very, very high. So I'm covering the things according to the syllabus in a flow. Few things like thinkers, all these things, I may skip because they are very, very vast. Like there are 100 thinkers. If you start covering them, almost it will take 1 year. So in some areas, I'll be covering at the fag end. Otherwise, all the things will be in sequence. We are starting with the first chapter. This is the first among the 8 chapters and one of the most important, one of the most subjective chapter. So I'm giving a lot of time here. All other chapters, somehow we can cover very fast those things. So in this first chapter, we have got three important concepts: human actions, human values, and inculcating values. We have covered them. Today, we'll be starting with the essence of ethics in human actions. Before that, we should know what exactly is ethics. Because ethics is one of the things which is being used like more than 10 times in your syllabus. As I said, we should cover, and if not me, you have to cover all these things, the footprints of UPSC, if you want very, very good marks. These are the questions. My dear students, please go through them whenever you find time. These are the things which you have to internalize: ethics in private relations, human values, lessons from the lives and teachings of great leaders, your administrators, inculcating values. If you read according to the syllabus with previous year questions and case study, if you have good comprehension and good handwriting speed, our aim, and I want to see that my students get 167, that is 67% of the total marks. Having said that, let us start our class. We have discussed what is human action. Action is that which is done with knowledge, voluntarily and freely, that is actus humanus, given by Saint Thomas Aquinas. Then values are those which are important. Here one point you have to remember, my dear students. See, like nowhere it is told like why some are called like values for civil service or civil service values. So what are civil service values? The civil servant is the servant of the people. What people expect from a civil servant are civil service values. That is the thing. See, say for example, I am your servant. You are my boss. What are my values when I am working? Say for example, I may be like housekeeper or anything. You are my boss. When I am on duty, when I am working, what are my values? My values are to satisfy you. To satisfy you means I have to fulfill your expectations. What people expect from civil service are called civil service values. These are your foundational values. Then we have, like in a broad way, we have studied like inculcation of values. Means it inculcation means not like trial and error. Even it is more than teaching. It is like firmly placing something in your mind with repetition, lot of repetition. That is inculcating values. Essence of ethics in human action. My dear students, here, in fact, like this is a very, very subjective thing. Say, for example, I have given you homework. You have to find out the meaning of what is the meaning of ethics and hu- ethics and human interface. Almost you won't find anywhere. You Google and you won't find. I'll tell you after, like in the fag end. So, ethics and human interface. What is the meaning? You find out that. Similarly, essence of ethics. You go through any number of n number of books, you won't find. But if you take ethics as a subject, We can say that essence of ethics you can be studied in these two things, scope of ethics and the nature of ethics. But what makes this a not opt thing is, this is not our philosophy. This is not our philosophy subject. What UPSC is asking, essence of ethics in human actions. Not is like what is the essence of ethics as ethics as a subject. So, but we have to study that. Definitely, we will study this. Before that, you have to understand what ethics is. What is ethics? It's a very, very important term because this is the only term which has been used more than 10 times in your syllabus. These are the areas where your term ethics has been used. No other term has been used this much. If you bifurcate, if you add subtract like essence of ethics in human action, determinants of ethics in human action, it may lead to term 15. So these are the areas where the term ethics is used in your whole syllabus. What is ethics? So this is a very, very like a perennial question for many. Sometimes before, a very famous sociologist, Raymond Boomhart, asked people, like as I ask you, like Naz, what is ethics to mean to you? What does ethics mean to you? He asked the same question. What does ethics mean to you? Then some said, sir, ethics is my religious belief, sir. What my religious says, that is my ethics. I'll follow that. My religious says this, I'll do that. My religious says you shouldn't do that. I won't do that. For me, religion is ethics. They said, yes, that may be true for many. Say, for example, not only religion, for many, like even agriculture is a way of life. In the same way, especially in some religions which are very strict, their religion is their way of life. They are born in religion, they live in religion, they do everything with respect to religion. Their thinking, their thought, their belief, their action, everything is controlled by religion. For them, what God has said, that is the ultimate thing. Other things are secondary. But it may not be the case. There are many religious practices, many orthodox practices, many superstitious practices in religion which are unethical. Say, for example, sati system. In Hindu tradition, practicing sati was considered the holiest thing. Means God will like they will directly open the gates of the heaven. Oh, you have committed sati. Means after the death of your husband, you have jumped into fire. Has come to heaven. That was a belief. Do you think this is ethical, my dear students? Devdasi systems prevalent among the South Indians. Do you think this is ethical? In the name of religion, you have got many stratifications, casteisms. Do you think this is ethical? No. Only that, see, if that is the case, in many cases, religious beliefs of religion A will be different from B. Then which is ethical then? And above that, there are many people who don't believe in religion at all. Say, for example, some many communists. In this, like I remember one thing which happened during my like when I was preparing for civil service, because we like in from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, from Karnataka, Maharashtra, Gujarat, in these areas, like we were not exposed to communism. I was there in Hyderabad. Somehow, some topic came, and I asked one of my like junior. He was junior only in age, but in all other respect, he was my senior. Okay, I asked him, "Do you believe in God?" He told, I am a communist." I didn't get because Communist Party is not there in Bangalore, in Karnataka. Then afterwards, I came to know that communists never believe in God thing. They are not concerned with God, all these things. Why I said this? There are many people like communists who never believe in the belief of religion or God. Then we can't say that, we can't equate ethics with religion. See, I'm very carefully using the term. I'm saying we cannot equate ethics with religion. I'm not saying that religion is unethical. I'm not saying that. I'll come to that. First, let me take the things in a flow. So there may be some in things which may not be ethical. There may be many people who do not believe in religion at all, and there may be like hundreds of religions. One may be in contradiction to another. So we cannot equate ethics with religion. Then what is ethics then? Some say that ethics is what my feelings tell me is right and wrong. Can we say that this is the ethics? Say, for example, your feeling says kill someone. Can we consider this as ethical? Your feelings, they change always, they keep on changing. Can we call something which changes often depending on your mood, circumstances, time as ethical? Can we take this as a supreme ethical standard? Then there are billion people will be having billion feelings. Then what is ethics in that? Then in that case, if you go by that logic, then there will be billion ethical standards. What is ethics then? So ethics cannot be equated to your feelings. Then what? Then what is ethics? Somebody said being ethical is doing what law requires. Okay, can we consider this as ethics? Okay, ride your bike on the left side. Law says, okay, it's good. You're right. Riding on the left side. Don't ride too fast. You're following the law. You're right. Can we say that? Can we equate ethics to law? Then there are many laws which are unethical in themselves. Say, for example, the so called more democratic, liberal country like America or USA. Here, slavery was legalized. Slavery was legal. Like I'm talking about pre Civil War times. So, pre Civil War America, their slavery was legal. Do you think this is ethical? Then your South Africa, apartheid. Apartheid was legal. Means law was saying that you have to practice racial discrimination. Can we say that this is ethical? Why go so far and different continents and countries? Our pre-colonial laws, many of our pre-colonial laws were not ethical. So we cannot equate ethics with law. See, very carefully I'm using. We cannot equate. I'm not saying that all laws are unethical. We cannot equate. Is it clear? Similarly, once told, like ethics consists of standards of behavior our society accepts. So ethics consists of standards of behavior our society accepts. Then what if the whole society is morally corrupt? Say for example, your Nazi society, the whole society was corrupt. So for this also, ethics cannot be equal to the standards of behavior our society accepts. Then what is ethics? Can we equate ethics with Buddhism? No, no, no. How can you say? I told ethics is not religion. How can you equate that to Buddhism? Nas. Not only Buddhism, you take anything, Christianity, Hinduism, Mohammedanism. No, we cannot equate. I'm coming to that. I'll give you, like, you will understand the thing. You cannot equate to any religion, your belief, all the things. Anything you cannot, religion, you cannot equate. That's it. The best answer. I don't know what ethics means. I don't know what ethics means. This is one of the best answer. Can this be possible? This is also not possible. Why, sir? Why? I don't know ethics means. See, here I am asking my students what is ethics. They are telling I don't know. Then what is that? General layman, he says I don't know ethics. Then how? No, that is not the case. See, you and me, we all live in society, isn't it? Is there anyone who is not living in the society? We are living in society. We are part of society. Each society has its own culture, has its own ethical standards. So, in this regard, we cannot say that someone is uncultured because each society has culture. Each society has culture. Each individual is a part of culture. So, you cannot call an individual as a uncultured also. In the same way, each society has some standards. You are in society, you are part of society. When you are part of society, when you are living in the society, definitely you are following the ethical standards. So you may not be able to reproduce, you may not be able to clearly decipher the things and say that this is ethics, but you know ethics. It may not be possible for you to like grasp and make it a concrete shape and tell the things. Is it clear? So you know ethics. Then what is ethics exactly? Then you said that all these things are not ethics, it is not religion, it is not law, it is not your feeling, it is not societal standards. At last, you are not allowing me to say that I don't know. You are forcing and saying that you are part of society. Each society has ethical standard, so you know what is ethics. Then you may ask me, sir, what is ethics then? My dear students, first and foremost, like you have to understand the basic thing with respect to it. See here, I showed that ethics is not religion, ethics is not your feelings. Like look closely, you can relate the feelings to consciousness. They are not equal. I'm saying law, societal things, don't know. Then what is ethics? Then say for example in your UPSC syllabus, UPSC says that this is a highlighted laws, rules, regulation, and conscience as a source of ethical guidance. Sir, where it is given? It is given in chapter number 6, public civil service values, ethics in public administration. In this which I have highlighted, they say that laws, rules, regulation, and conscience as source of ethical guidance. Are you getting the point? UPSC is saying that laws, rules, regulations, and your conscience, like almost not we cannot equate conscience with our feeling, like to like counter argue what I have thought. All you said that these are all not at all ethics. Then you are saying that so in ethics paper in chapter number 6 they are given that they are the source of ethics. They are the source of ethical guidance. What is this then? For this, the answer is given by second ARC. Please internalize this one. So this is the like how I have highlighted in chapter number 6. This has been given. They say that laws, rules, regulation, and conscience as a source of ethical guidance. Here, one of the reason why I have highlighted and why I'm showing where it has been present is, see, you have to read a concept, anything in the given context in the syllabus itself. Also in this chapter, for example, there is a another like topic, accountability. Sorry, accountability and ethical governance. My dear students, you have to read these two as a one unit. What students are doing? They are reading accountability separately. They are reading ethical governance separately. No, you have to read accountability and ethical governance as one unit. Not only that, you have to read under the subtopic, under the chapter name of ethics in public administration and civil service values. Okay, this was just to give you an idea like how you have to approach and interpret the things. Coming back, I said that ethics, it cannot be equated to law, rules, regulation, all these things. But UPSC is saying laws, rules, regulations, conscience are the source of ethical guidance. Excuse me. What is this? So here the second ARC. Second ARC says that please internalize these things, very, very powerful. Second ARC lines. Ethics provides the basis for the creation of laws and rules. Ethics provides the basis. Is this clear? Ethics is not equal to law, but ethics is providing the basis. Your laws, your laws are standing on the basis of ethics. Ethics is a basis for creation of all these things. Laws, rules are enacted by the elected representatives of people in their legislature. Ethics provides the basis for the creation of these laws and rules and regulations. Then you may ask me like how ethics provides and how ethics is the basis for creation of all these laws and rules. It is the moral idea of the people. See this, I want to quote these things because I have taken as it is from second ARC. It is a moral principle, moral ideals of the people that give rise to and shape the characteristics of laws and rules. See, what we think ethical, what we think is good, what we think desirable, what we think is the ideal, what we think is the standard, that is the one which is giving rise to, and that is the one which is shaping our laws and rules, my dear students. Are you getting me? See, the laws of America, they indicate the moral ideals, the moral standards, the things which people value. The laws of America reflect the moral ideals, the ethical standards of those people. Take the example of other countries. Say, for example, our Arab countries, Saudi Arabia, there the laws were different. They reflect the moral ideals, what they feel, the ideals, what they feel, the correct thing. So it is reflecting that. So laws and rules, it is in this case that we can conclude like moral ideals, what people think as the correct of the people is that which give rise to and shape to the characteristic of laws and rules. Our legal system emanates from the shared vision of what is good and just. Very powerful line. So they have asked like more than like around 3 times UPSC asked ethics and law. This point you have to mention, and also you have to mention that this is according to second years. See, our legal system emanates from the shared vision. Shared vision means like we as a people, we have agreed to something, or we have something in common as a society, as a nation, as a group of what is good and what is just. Are you getting my point? So, laws are not formed in isolation. What is the basis for creation of the laws? The basis for creation of the laws is ethics. How can you say that The basis for the creation of law is ethics, because what people think correct, what people think ideal, they are the things which give shape to the laws. It is the moral ideals of the people that give rise to and shape the characteristic of our laws and rules. Our legal system emanates from the shared vision of what is good and just. Is this clear? So, laws emerge, laws, rules, regulation emerge from what we consider ethical, what we consider good, what we consider ideal. Is this point clear? So, in the same line, 1 minute, let me take a new page. So, in the same way, the ethics is the basis, or ethics is one from which your laws, your rules, your regulations, your religion, everything emerges or having the basis in ethics. This is clear? But we cannot equate ethics with religion, law, rules, regulation, or conscience. Even our conscience has the basis in the moral things. Ethics. See, for example, according to you, what is good, what is bad? Doesn't the society has influenced you? Or you are evolving the things in isolation? No. According to you, you say that, say for example, I I may be one of the worst person. Even then, I say that being honest is a good thing, isn't it? Even like I may be a very bad person, which always I may steal the things, but even then I say that we should not steal. Stealing is bad. Say for example, I am a big like gunda, good daku. Do I think of giving my daughter, my like my sister, to one more gunda? No, because we have something like our conscience. So laws, rules, regulation, your conscience, your religion, everything have basis in ethics, but they cannot be equated to ethics. Ethics is beyond. Ethics is still further. Is my concept clear? Can we say ethics is a source of law? Yes. See, this is the thing. Second as itself is provide saying ethics provides the basis for creation of the laws. Yes. In this direction, the ethics is a very subjective thing. Ethics is providing the basis for the creation of laws and rules. So, these are acting as a source of ethical guidance for us. Yes, your point is very, very logical. Yes, ethics is the source for all these things. And for us in public administration or anywhere, these are the sources of our ethical guidance also. But we cannot equate this to ethics. Is this point clear? Any doubt with respect to this concept? Ethics. So, from ethics, ethics is the provide is the basis, sources for our laws, rules, regulations, all these things. But these are not ethics. These are the base. These have basis in ethics. That is the reason why they are the source of ethical guidance. Okay. Is this clear? Any doubt with respect to this thing? Ram, any doubt? Okay. Like, don't think very deep. These are very, very subjective. In fact, as you know, in social science, we don't have anything in concrete. But you think it logically. Ethics is one of the basis for ethics is they say that reason. Well, I will tell that when we come to the other part like dimensions, all these things. Like, okay, as of now you think that, let me go in sequence. Then what is ethics? Sir, you said that it is not like we can't equate law, all these things. Only ethics is providing the basis. Then what is this ethics? Then you're saying only you are talking like in a very negative connotation. You are saying that that is not ethics. This is not ethics. But you are not saying what is ethics. You are saying ethics is the basis, but you are not saying what is ethics. What is the basis for considering something to be ethical? Then we have to understand one thing. What is ethics? Ethics means set of standards or set of principles. Very simple definition. You have to keep this in mind. Don't think much about these things. Just you consider ethics as a set of standards or principles for one main reason. Why? You have to consider ethics as set of standards and principles for one reason. Second ARC. I have gone through all the 15 reports and I have like wherever second ARC uses the word ethics, I have put that line. Ethics means okay, I have put here. In all those things, second ARC uses only these two terms: set of standards or set of principles. Is it clear? Ethics means set of standards or principles which say what is right, what is wrong, what is just, what is unjust, what is love, everything. Then moving further, just keep ethics as standards, like to avoid confusion and to make the things simple. Then what else is ethics? Ethics is set of standards that society places on itself. Set of standards created by society. Set of standards which are placed by the society on itself. So we cannot say that. See here, we cannot say that ethics is external. Like I heard some saying that ethics is external, like moral is internal. When you take as a you as an individual, it may be, but you are a part of society. See, you are think that you are in a family. You are in family. Your family puts some standards on yourself. Then can you say that these standards are external? You can say this when you are not part of that. Your organization, you are in part of organization. You are part of society. So we cannot in a exact way say like that. If you take as an individual, we can to some extent, but not exactly. So these are created by society. These are placed on itself by society. Why this society has done these things? To guide the behavior, choice, and action. So second RC says that ethics is a set of standards that society places on itself and which helps guide behavior, choice, and actions. My dear students, like I'll give like I may give hardly another like two definitions of ethics. Generally, I won't think like generally I don't think I should give that also, because among the hundreds of definitions which I have read, this is the complete holistic thing, and also this is the thing UPSC is referring. So the only definition which you have to internalize, like you are previously action and reaction are equal and opposite, like that. You remember this also like that. Ethics is a set of standards the society places on itself and which helps guide behavior, choice, and action. So why ethics? Why society is placing on itself? Because these standards are helping. They're guiding. They're guiding your behavior. They're guiding your choice. They're guiding your choices. In all the things you do, ethics is guiding you. Your choice, your action, your behavior, your thought, your conscience, everything is guided by ethics. So this is the one definition which you have to internalize. And if you want, you can go through and you can internalize all these things. This is also given in second ARC. So second ARC also said that ethics is set of principles of right conduct Principles of right conduct, you can use this also, not a problem. What is ethics? Ethics is set of principles of right conduct. How you have to be, what you have to do. See, like UPSC has asked, what is what is ethical conduct? I suppose I forgot. What do you understand by ethical conduct? Something like that. For this, you can take this one. Ethics is a set of principles of right conduct. What do you understand by ethical behavior? If you are following ethical standards, then it is ethical behavior. Ethics has been defined as set of values, principles which helps guide behavior, choice and actions. Ethics is set of standards that help to guide conduct. See, this all I have chosen from among the second ARC report wherever I find. So you can like take this one which I prefer, or also you can take this one because second ARC itself has said that ethics can be defined as set of values and principles which guide behavior, choice and actions. Here see, in all the things, behavior, choice and action is same, and also conduct. So you can internalize any one of these things and you can say that according to second ARC, then no one will dispute you. Then okay sir, like okay, you said that ethics are standards, ethics are principles. Then what is the supreme ethical standard? What is the supreme moral standard? What is the supreme ethical standard on which we say that something is right, something is wrong, something is good? What is that? For this, the most accepted view are few. Few are there. One says that ethics is located in ends. One says that ethics is located in ends, means ethics is located in the consequences. Ethics is located in the results. See, I am an individual. I am doing some work. It results in some consequence. It results in some things. So, if this end, if your goal, if your result, if your consequence is good, then it is ethical. You are getting my point. Say, for example, what they are saying is, see, I'm an individual. I am helping poor. Helping poor. Wow, helping poor is a good thing. So, the outcome, the end, no, it is not concerned with like how I am helping, why I am helping. No, you are helping poor, good, then it is ethical. I am respecting elders. I am honest. Then okay, the end result is good. End result is desirable. Then it is ethical. It is not concerned with the means. I am helping poor by stealing money. Okay, you can steal. I killed some rich man. I got $1 billion. From that, I'm helping poor. Benevolent thief, like your Robin Hood and all your film heroes. What they will do? They show in the beginning itself some rich fellow is very very bad, inhuman. So your hero will go and fight with him. He takes all the money and distributes among the poor. So according to one, if the outcomes are good, if the ethics are good, if the ends are good, then it is ethical. It is locating ethics in ends. It is not concerned with any other things. Number one. There is some other thing. They say that no, ends are not the things. You have to consider the means. The means which you are adapting are the things. See, you are an individual. You are doing some work. This has to be correct. This has to be desirable. Then only we can say that you are ethical. If the means are good, say for example, you are teaching at an academy and getting livelihood, getting money, then it is ethics. You as a father, you as a son, you as a daughter, you as a citizen of India, you are following certain rules, certain duties, certain obligations, then it is ethical. They are not concerned with the consequences. They are immaterial, they are secondary, they are not into consideration at all. Second view says that ethics is located in means. Still another one say that no, ethics is located in the individual itself. A person who is known for honesty, a person, a virtuous person, whatever he does is ethical. Practicing of some virtue like honesty, courage, all these things over a period of time, they themselves leads to virtuous activities. They themselves lead to things which are ethical. Another says, okay, no. Like virtues. See, these virtues long before our Aristotle, Plato, all these people they spoke about these things. Virtuous ethics almost to a greater extent it's redundant, but has a like ethics as a subject has the origin in those things. Somehow we have to read, and this is one of the opinions. They say that what is ethical if you ask according to virtuous ethics, you consider one person as virtuous. What he does is ethical, and others also should do the same thing. If you consider Mahatma Gandhi as a virtuous person, in that circumstance, in that time, what Mahatma Gandhi does is ethical. So all people have to do the same thing. The other says no. A virtuous ethics, they say that this is redundant. It's not the thing, outdated. We have to consider rights. We have got the right to liberty. We are individuals, we are free, we are born free, we have got certain rights. Let uh, you please give us the rights to do whatever we want. No one should obstruct, no one should say, my dear son, you go and read. Nobody should say, I am the boss of my own thing, let me do whatever I want, because I am born independent, I am born liberal. So liberty is the thing. So they are speaking about rights. They said that no, no one should tell me what is right, what is wrong, until and unless I am disturbing you. If I am not disturbing you, if I am not coming in your way, the limit to my rights, the limit to my freedom, the limit to my liberty is only when I am coming in the way of your liberty. If I am not coming in the way of your liberty, then let me do whatever I want. See, I have drunk and I am driving, so I may hit other person. So I am coming in the way of others' liberty. Punish me. I am drunk and I am sitting in home. You cannot punish me. See, if I don't wear seat belt, it won't affect anyone. Don't tell me that. So tell me to wear seat belt. Don't tell me to wear helmet, because it is no way coming in the way of others' liberty. See, I know I am a logical person. Who are you to tell me? I too have brain. I am taking calculated risk. Don't say that today you are saying that you have to wear helmet. Tomorrow you will say that you have to wear shoes, because legs are the like most like often. If you meet with any accident, more prone to accident, so you have to wear shoes. Afterwards you come and say that you have to wear kneecap. Further you may come and say that you have to wear gloves, hand gloves. Next day you may come and say that when you go very fast, your eyes may be like dust may fall, something like that. You have to wear like shades. They say that no, nothing doing. If I am not disturbing others, if my rights, my freedom is not coming in the way of others' liberty, I should be given freedom to do whatever I want. Then others say that contract is the thing. where ethics is located. If we don't have any contract, any agreement between among ourselves, we'll be simply quarreling with each other. See, our constitution is a contract where we have signed. Say, for example, don't say that I have not signed the constitution. On your behalf, your forefathers already have signed. And also they say that, like, if you are using roads, if you are reading using public services like police protection, already you have given the consent. So these are some of the things. They say that these are the basis of ethics, these are the supreme ethical standards. Let me just brief the things here. I'll explain these things in little, like, will elaborate these things, but not too much. Like, to a greater extent, I will try to see that you get the concept. See, you are an individual. You are doing some work. It is getting some result. So means this is end. Someone is locating ethics here. So consequences. These are called consequentialists. They are saying that if the consequences are good, then it's ethical. Some are saying that no, means other things should be covered. This is your deontology. I'll explain them, don't worry. Deontology. Some say that no, no, no. Whatever like virtuous person does is correct. That is your virtuous ethics, like Aristotle, Plato, all these things. The other says no, we should be given the right of liberty. These are libertarians. The other says that okay, all these things somehow can be managed. We have to agree to a contract which we make among ourselves to have a peaceful society. So contract is a thing which we have to. So they say that these are the five supreme ethical standards, most accepted supreme ethical standard. Let us study them like one by one in brief. Those who say that ethics is located in ends, consequences, results, they are known as consequentialists. So they are also known as teleologists. So this is consequentialism or teleology. Like very easy to remember. Consequences, consequentialism. Telo means end. So teleology. Like in you might, if you are from science background, by this time you know there are some things at the end. These are called telomers. Why they are at the end? So telo means end. So if you are locating ethics in results, consequences, then you are a consequentialist. That is known as teleology. In that, very important thing, सर हिंदी मीडियम को आप भी हिंदी मीडियम से 1 minute something. Okay, I will answer utilitarianism. I will answer. हिंदी मीडियम को भी ध्यान में रख के. Okay, 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 Arun. I will definitely do. And also one thing, I will be doing these things again in Hindi. I want to keep the things like मैं बाद में हिंदी में करता हूँ. So now I am keeping the things only in English. For that, we have got many people who are doing in Hindi. Like we have got 2 3 separate channels for that also. But I will do, and I if possible in my like next course, I will be adding Hindi things. Okay, okay. Utilitarianism. Naz asked, "What is utilitarian?" I am coming. You are very fast, Naz. I am coming to that. You are like for way ahead. So Consequentialism means they are locating ethics in results consequences. In that, the representative, there are many consequentialist theories. In that, the representative theory is utilitarianism. So, in that, the representative theory in consequentialism, the most important thing, if we can say that there is one theory which is representing the consequentialism, then it is utilitarianism. Utilitarianism is given by Bentham, a English philosopher, very famous philosopher. We have to read about him. We'll read it later. So, utilitarianism is a consequentialism. Consequentialism is a big thing. In that, utilitarianism is one part. In fact, it is a true representative of the consequentialism. So, my dear students, just internalize now. Teleology, consequentialism, same. Telo means end, consequences means consequences. So, the same synonymously like you can use. In that, you have got one theory which is known as utilitarianism, given by Bentham. This is also locating ethics in the consequences. This is also locating ethics in results, in ends. Here, Bentham is saying that supreme ethical standard is to maximize happiness. Maximizing happiness is the overall balance of pleasure or pain. Is it clear? So, according to Bentham, according to utilitarianism, supreme ethical standard is maximizing happiness. Means here also see, you do anything, you kill, buy, beg, borrow, you do anything. If it is maximizing your happiness, maximizing happiness. Happiness means, what is happiness? Happiness is equal to overall balance of pain or pleasure. Means you add all the pleasure, subtract all the pain. What you get is happiness. If anything maximizes happiness, then it is ethical. Here, one point you have to take into consideration. Here, Bentham is talking about the societal happiness. Bentham is talking about the greatest good, greatest happiness of the greatest number, greatest happiness of the greatest number. Mean to say that here he is not talking about individual, he is not talking about individual happiness. Like in a sense, the thing which speaks about individual happiness, individual sensual pleasure, we consider that as a hedonism. Hedonism. So, hedonism and utilitarianism is different because hedonism speaks about individual sensual pleasures. Here, utilitarianism is talking about the overall thing of the society. Let me explain this concept to you. So, according to utilitarianism, say for example, let me take a fresh page for you. Okay. According to utilitarianism given by Bentham, see there are two works, or there are like five ways of doing a work. There are 5 ways of doing work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think that there are 1,000 people, hypothetical 1,000 people. By doing one work, if you add up like your pleasure and subtract pain of one, like that, if you go on for 1,000 people, and if it is think that it is giving 1,000 units of happiness. Like happiness cannot be measured, just for your understanding. So happiness, I'm just to say that this one, the same. There's 5 ways of doing our work. One way it is giving 1,000 happiness. In the society of 1,000 people, another is giving 20,000 happiness. Third one is giving only 100 happiness. In another one, it is not like, it's more of like your pain, minus 2,000 happiness. And another one, it is giving like 1 lakh happiness. Then according to Bentham, the fifth one is the ethical. Is this clear? So fifth one is ethical according to Bentham. This, all these things are not ethical because they are not giving highest happiness, greatest happiness to the greatest number. They are not giving. Similarly, a public policy, the same. There are like 5 policies by the government. Which policy is giving greatest happiness to greatest number is ethical according to Bentham. Is this concept clear? This is utilitarianism. So now here you have to take one thing into consideration. In utilitarianism, you have to take happiness as the yardstick. So happiness is the one thing which they are using. Utilitarianism is also under teleology. Teleology means your consequentialism. They're one and the same. I'll move forward. Okay, moving forward. Then you may ask me, sir, why, sir, why? How can we take that? Why you are taking happiness as the basis? You're saying that supreme ethical standard is maximizing happiness. Why you are taking happiness? Why you are not taking any other thing? For that, our great Bentham comes with the idea. He says that, not idea, his thing. He says that we are all governed by the feelings of pain and pleasure. We are all governed by the feelings of pain and pleasure, isn't it? Somehow we all want to decrease the pain, increase the pleasure, isn't it? Is there anyone who says that I want more pain, give me more pain? Don't take exceptions. Even laws of physics have exceptions because it disturbs your understanding. Don't think about general, please think in general sense, because this too is this law also is having exceptions. Whenever I am explaining any theory, I say as though I am Bentham, but that I have to do, otherwise you won't get the feel, isn't it? We all want to increase the pleasure, joy. See, party. Oh, you are doing party. Oh, happy. Dawat. Okay, happy. Celebrating, singing, dancing. Why? You are drinking, smoking. Is increasing pleasure. Pain. Okay, they say some other thing. Pain. So everyone want to decrease pain, increase pleasure, isn't it? So Bentham says that pain and pleasure are our supreme masters. No God, no king, no other one. Who is your master? Who is your Lord? Who is your God? Is pain and pleasure. Because you are listening to them. See, for example, I may be very religious. That doesn't mean that I will always be having. I will go to like. I will be worshipping God always. But I will be always trying to decrease pain. I will always be trying to increase pleasure, isn't it? So he says that we all do this one. So our supreme masters are pain and pleasure. Balance of pleasure and pain is your happiness. Which increases, which maximizes happiness is ethical. This is a societal concept taking everyone. I'll come to the limitations also. Then let me explain this concept. This is very important thing, and this is the basis for many of the law ethical standards. That is the reason I'll be going little in depth with respect to this thing. In ancient Rome means long back, about like 2000 years back, when Christianity was not the law of the land, Christians were thrown to lion in the Colosseum for the amusement of the crowd. Means like when Christians were, it happens with any religion, any new religion is born, somehow they will be against the present things. Not only with respect to these things, you take any religion, Jainism, Buddhism, Christianity, Mormonism, all when they emerged, they were told that they are wrong. In that way, Christians were also treated as traitors. So they were thrown to lions in the Colosseum, means like a stadium, and the crowd used to enjoy that one. Do you think this is an ethical thing? Nas, what is your feeling? This is. Do you think this is ethical? According to Bentham, this is ethical because few Christians are thrown. Means it may be giving like intense pain to them, but see the amusement, see the joy, see the ecstasy which is there in the crowd. They are cheering when the lions are eating the Christians. The crowd, the Romans, they are enjoying. So, according to Bentham, see here, according to Bentham's calculation, sum of the happiness means there are 1,000 people. You add all the happiness of 1,000 people. Means here you are getting more. Only five. Like they may be suffering a lot. But when you subtract that, overall you are getting maximizing happiness. So Bentham says this is ethical. Next, in the similar same way, a city of happiness. There is a city where all are happy, they are cheering, dancing. There is nothing, they never heard anything like quarreling. They never had, they were not having police because there was no quarreling at all. They had everything, whatever they want, everything plenty. But there is a small child. This small child is locked in a room. All the people in the city of happiness know this one. All the people in the city of happiness, they are very genuine person. They never steal, they never do any brutalities or anything like that. But all know that there is a small child who is locked in a dark room without windows, that is feeble, that is malnourished. But they also know that if this child comes out, the whole happiness of the city vanishes. The city will be full of chaos. You won't be having water to drink. People will start like killing. They will be cannibals. This will happen if the child comes out. So, what is your opinion? Keeping the child locked, only one child. There are like 10,000 people who are happy, joy. There is one small child which is locked in the room. This is going in immense pain, solitary confinement. Even like many laws have banned solitary confinement. This is the only child in the dark room. If this child comes out, if she is fed properly, the whole city will vanish. Then what is your opinion? Do you allow this child to come out and see that the whole city is the happiness of the whole city vanish? What is your opinion? According to Bentham, see, 10,000 people are very, very happy. One small child, let him suffer. There is nothing wrong. So, according to Bentham, this is good. This is ethical. In a similar way, this is this see these are the examples. These are not my examples. These are the examples quoted by most of the law schools and the school in they are debated in the schools of philosophy and law. These are very standard examples. It's not like I am taking others examples. These are very standard examples often asked because these are very very like this makes you think. Lifeboat. Sometimes before four English sailors they were stranded in sea because their ship broke down. Somehow they tried and they escaped in a lifeboat. So there was a big ship. Somehow it got broke down. Somehow these four people they managed to sail through this one. Four people. When they come out, somehow they like it was around some 2000 miles from 2000 kilometers from the nearest shore. For almost like 10 days, they were not having anything or something they had like preservatives, all this can of food, all these things. They were like done with. They were not having anything to eat after 10 days. They can't drink the seawater, which is salty. Because if you drink seawater, somehow you will feel like sick. You don't know what is the like they are not filtered water. So what to do? So what this like three of these people they were killed another person. Four were there, right? These three killed one individual, and they started drinking his blood and feeding on them. Do you think this is ethical? This is a real case. If you are a judge, what you will do? This was a real case which was brought in England. What you will do? They say that, see, my lord, if you would have not killed and eaten this person, all of us would have died. There would have been starvation. By starvation, we would have died. This was necessity. There is no other go. That is the reason why we did. Do you think this is ethical? See, think the examples. I'm like giving critical examples from the in ascending order. Lifeboat case here. If you don't kill someone, if you don't like, don't say that, sir, fishing we can do. These possibilities are not there. They're in lifeboat. Like think of yourself. Water everywhere. Not a single drop to drink. You don't have not only anything you don't have. You're already like 10 days, 15 days. Then what you will do? What should be the best way? See, if you're stuck, see, if you're one among them, there are four people, you're one among them. This is you. So, what will be your suggestion? See, I made you judge. These people have killed this one, and somehow they have survived, and somehow a ship came and they escaped. Now, you are one among these four. Then, what do you think should be done? You don't have food. Then, what will be your answer? Think it over and message me. But there is a lot of objection for Bentham's utilitarian theorem. So very important. Before I go to the objections, let me just like some of the things very important, very basic for your understanding of ethics. Consequentialism locates ethics in consequences, also known as results or ends. Consequentialism is also known as teleology. A representative, a true representative, or one of the consequentialist theory is utilitarianism. Means utilitarianism is also locating ethics in consequences. In this case, the consequences or the results taken by the utilitarianism is happiness. Happiness according to utilitarianism means the balance, the overall balance of pleasure or pain. Why they have taken happiness as the basis, happiness as the outcome which determine whether the act is supreme ethical standard or not is because happiness is made up of pain or pleasure. We are all guided, we are all determined what we will do, what we have to do, everything is determined by pain and pleasure. The objections for this are as follow. One is, see my dear Bentham, you are considering happiness. Okay, but we cannot equate happiness to good or right. Isn't it? Isn't it appealing to you? Happiness may not be good, may not be ethical, may not be right. Anything which gives happiness to you cannot be considered as the supreme ethical standard. Happiness is different. Being good, being ethical, being right, being just is different. You are simply doing a very, very like idiotic thing, nonsense thing, no logic at all. You are equating some different things. You are equating happiness to good. You are equating happiness to something ethical. That is a bad thing. So one of the main objection is happiness cannot be equated to good or right. So the very basis of your theory is wrong because you are taking happiness. Happiness cannot be taken as a basis at all. First major blow. Next objection is okay, okay, we'll keep that happiness. Coming to pain and pleasure. My dear Bentham, pain and pleasure are not our sovereign masters. When you are acting as, when you are acting on your pain and pleasure, when you are acting to satisfy your pain and pleasure, you are not acting as an independent person. You are acting as a slave. You are acting as a slave to your appetites. Yes. Say for example, you are in a like there is a like place where nobody is there. There, if you ride a Benz car or if you ride a Maruti Omni or Maruti 800, it won't make any difference. Over a period of time, almost you won't get anything. If you wear like very branded Van Heusen, Lee, all these things, do you get any pleasure or pain? No, because you are feeling happy when you ride a Benz. You are feeling happy when you are like wearing a branded thing because society has given this. You are getting some satisfaction when you are satisfying your like desires, instincts. Not only that, say for example, when you are eating some ice cream, you are getting something. You are feeling very like you are getting pleasure. They say that you are acting as a slave to your pleasure. You are acting as a slave to your thirst because at the first point, these pain and pleasure are not given by you. It is either given by your biology or your by physics or your society. Then you're not like pain and pleasure are not our sovereign masters. That is one of the objections. Second, say that here in utilitarianism, you are using people as a means to ends. Say, for example, in the first example, you are using Christians as a means for the happiness of the Romans. In the second example, you are using a small child as a means for the happiness of the city of happiness. In the third one, you are using one person at the one person as a means for the happiness of the three. In the lifeboat case, means You're using people as a means. This is a very, very deep concept, my dear students. This has been asked once. What do you understand by people should not be used as means? The answer for this is, see, when you are using people, when you are using people as means, in reality, you are using humanity, manaviyata. You are using humanity as a means. You are using humanity as a means. They said that humans are the ultimate thing. You cannot use them as a means. You cannot use them as a instruments. Means why we use instruments? See, this pen is an instrument. I'm using this to achieve something. To write means this is a means. Bicycle is an instrument. Car is an instrument. Your TV is an instrument. Your computer is an instrument. These are the things which we are using for some other end. In the same way, you cannot use humans as your pen, humans as your bike, humans as your television to achieve some other end, because humanity is the ultimate thing. There is nothing above humanity. So, humans cannot be used as a means. Are you getting me? So, here humans are of the highest value. They cannot be used as instruments. They cannot be used as a means. They are always an end. Humanity is always an end. Here, please internalize very important thing, because conceptual clarity will be lacking. Like this is a very important thing you may not get if you read the books. People are used as a means you are using humanity as a means. See, if you are using humanity as a means, what is that bigger thing you are trying to achieve? Is there anything bigger than, worthier than humanity? See, for humans, do you think, do we have anything more than humanity? No. So, this is the meaning. Using people as means using humanity as a mean. Using humanity as an instrument. This cannot be and this should not be, because humanity is an end. This cannot be used as a mean. Is the meaning clear? Any doubt? So if you have any doubt, I'll answer again. Please let me know, because this is one of the most misunderstood concept. Just like what people say that people cannot be used as means, they are ends. Why? Is this clear? Any doubt? Ram, Naz, Ram Kumar, Prithvi, any doubt with respect to this thing? Okay, very important thing. I'll just sum up in one minute. That's the same thing. People are used as a means, not as an ends. This is one of the objection. What does this means? Means people are used as a means you are using humanity as a mean. By using humanity as a mean, you are disrespecting humanity. We all do something for the sake of humanity, not humanity for the sake of others. So humanity is an end. Humanity is the ultimate goal. It cannot be used as a mean to achieve something other than that. Is my point clear? Any doubt with respect to these things? If you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay. Moving further, those people who said that supreme ethical standard is treating people as an end, and these things should also be universally applicable. They are known as your deontologists. In this, the representative thing is categorical imperative by Immanuel Kant, a German philosopher. Is this clear? So, according to deontologists, people should be used as an end, and this should be universally applicable. So, anything which considered peoples as an end, and also at the same time, and also here two things, people has an end and also universally applicable, they mean the same thing. They are told in a different way. That is the thing. According to Kant, these both mean the same. Using people as an end and also the things which are universally applicable, they also mean the same. So these are the conditions to explain that. He says that if these two conditions are satisfied, then it is categorical imperative. Categorical means something absolute. Imperative, something which you have to do in a given circumstance. Is this clear? So this is about deontology. Some they say that ends are the major things. Ends are those which determine whether it is ethical or not. Others say that no, it is the means that determine whether it is ethical or not. Moving for that, libertarians. We spoke about libertarians. What these libertarians? Libertarians say that we have got the right to liberty. We have got right to liberty. We own ourselves. This is the supreme ethical standards, libertarians say. So, according to libertarians, supreme ethical standard is our rights, the liberty what we have. So, libertarian logic is one of the most recent thing. In this direction, they say that fundamental right to liberty should be the basis. We have got the right to liberty. We have got the free. We should be given freedom. So, why, you may ask me, like, why you are saying that we have got the fundamental right to liberty? Why you say that you have got the fundamental right to freedom to do whatever we want? Because they say that we own ourselves. This body is mine. This thing, what I have, I own. All are mine. I should be allowed to do whatever I want. Until and unless it is obstructing, coming in the way of others' liberty, I should be allowed to do whatever I want. This is the libertarian logic. Do you agree with the libertarian logic? According to libertarians, if you are not doing anything wrong, which is like disturbing others or which is harming others, which is coming in the way of others' liberty, then you should be allowed to do whatever you want. What is your opinion? Libertarians, very important slide. The central theme of libertarians is that each of us have the fundamental right to liberty, the right to do whatever we want with ourselves, with the things we own, provided we respect other people's right at the same time. Very important thing. According to libertarians, we should be allowed to do whatever we want. Like anything, no boundary for this. Means you should be given full freedom. You should be given full freedom to do whatever you want with yourself, with you as an individual, and also with the things you own. See, if you are owning a building, if you are owning a house, if you are owning a car, you can do whatever you want with that one. See, you own yourself. If you want, you can cut your hand and you have to give. You can give. I'm not saying that. Libertarians are saying that. See, their central thing is that each of us have the fundamental right, the basic right we have got, that is the liberty, that is the right to do whatever we want, right to do whatever we want with ourselves and also with the things I own. I own this pen, this t-shirt, everything. So I should be allowed to do whatever I want, provided I respect other people's rights at the same time. If you are not violating others' right, if you are not coming in the way of others' liberty, you should be allowed to do whatever you want. That is what libertarians say. Libertarians favor unrestrained markets. Unrestrained market, not in the name of economic efficiency. See, now we have got LPG. So why we have got LPG? Liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Why? We are having this in the name of economic efficiency. But libertarians are also favoring unrestrained, means without any restriction, full free markets, but in the name of human freedom. How, sir? How is this? So their logic is simple, my dear students. See, in market, everything is divided by demand and supply. If there is demand, there is supply. If there is supply, then there will be like demand will also be created. So the prices of goods and services are determined by demand and supply. Are you getting me? So in a society, everything should be determined by the free market. There should not be anyone, say for example, your MSP, minimum support price. No need. Market will decide. So here, what they are saying is, give the market the place. Say for example, if there is a demand, or somebody is asking something, see, I will give 5 crore. I want one kidney. If someone is there, they can provide. Means like these are the extreme cases. In fact, this we will discuss in the back end. So here, what I meant to say is, there should be demand and supply. That is market, free market. If you can pay and if there is someone who is able to provide, take it. Unrestricted market should be there. No one should control that. And also they say that only minimal state, only minimal state is the thing which is ethical. One that enforces contracts, protects people against force and fraud, protects private property from theft, keeps peace, opposes welfare state. Opposes welfare state. What is minimal state? Very important concept, my dear students. See, this is different from police state. This is different from welfare state. What is minimal state? Minimal state means a state which is minimal, the things which no others, individuals or community cannot do, like enforcement of contract, protecting the people against force, property, keeping peace, law and order. Means these are the only works, no other things. Other than these things, state should not do. State here, you just understand government. Government should not do anything other than these things. Any state that does more than this is morally unjustified. See, if you are taking welfareistic measure for the vulnerable sections, then that is not justified. Just to maintain a society, some minimum things. This is also known as night watchman. Night watchman state means what the night watchmen do. You see that there is no theft, fraud, all these things at night. the state also should do those things. Other things should be left to others. That watchman should not come and tell you like you do that, you do this. Is this clear? Very important concept. Minimum state. Minimum state is enforcing contract, protecting the people against force and fraud, private property, protecting the private property and keeping peace, law and order. Then what is the welfare state? Very important concept. Welfare state refers to a type of governing in which the government plays a key role in the protection and promotion of the economic and social well-being of the citizen. So here it is not the minimal state. In minimal state they are taking only those things with respect to peace, with respect to theft, fraud, all these things. But in case of welfare state, they are taking and they are going one step ahead. Here they are they are playing a key role in the protection and promotion of the economic and social well-being of the citizen. Not only peace, not only like contracts, they are playing a key role in the protection and promotion of the economic, social well-being of the people. So ours is a welfare state or a minimal state? Ours is a welfare state because state is taking, government is playing a key role in the economic and social well-being of the citizen. Why a welfare state? Because it is based on the principle that equality of the opportunity, equitable distribution of wealth, public responsibility for those unable to avail themselves of the minimal provisions of the good life. So why it is taking is, if you don't have welfare state, you won't be having equitable opportunity. So welfare state is providing equitable opportunity. This based on this principle. Equitable distribution of the wealth. A person like your like Tata, Birla, now Ambani's, recent word Ambani's, your Amazon will have lot of wealth. There won't be distribution of wealth. And also public responsibility with respect to those who cannot avail themselves the minimum basic provisions. Say for example, I'm a handicapped, I'm an orphan, I'm a victim of some earthquake, some flood. You don't have anyone. So if I am left, someone, do you think I can have basic minimum things for good life? No. In that case, state has to come. This is the basic principle of a welfare state. Example are social security programs, welfare payments to people who are unable to work. These are some of the examples. Is the concept of welfare state and minimum state clear to you? Libertarians are for minimal state. They are not saying that we don't want state. At the same time, libertarians are for unlimited freedom. What is the limitation? Only if it is limiting the other's freedom. Okay, moving further, libertarians oppose three important things. They oppose three types of policies or laws of the modern state. They oppose three types of policies or laws of the modern state. What are they? Means they are no paternalism, no moral legislation, no redistribution of income or wealth. What does this mean? Let me explain this like in brief first. No paternalism means here don't like my dear state, my dear government. Libertarians say that my dear government, don't act in a paternalistic way. Don't act as our parent. See, our parents, they beat you, they scold you. Why? They say that it is in your own good, isn't it? Parents restrict our freedom. They scold us, they beat us, they tamper us sometimes. Why? because by this they are doing this because in your own good. So paternalism also means that restricting others' freedom and responsibility in their supposed interest. Example, your car seat belt laws, motorcycle helmet laws, isn't it? So car seat belt laws are paternalism. Means why you are asking the people to wear seat belt? Because it is in your own interest. Motorcycle helmet in your own interest. Libertarians say that no paternalism, no need for you to take care of all these things. The state has no right to dictate what risk they may take with their body, and so state has no right to dictate what risk you will take. See, without wearing a seat belt, without wearing a helmet, some risk you are taking. Let me take. State is not allowed. State is not having right to dictate that also, because that is my body, my life. Is this concept clear? Next, no moral legislation. A very important thing. See here, with respect to the things, we say that okay. Say for example, we oppose homosexuality. Why we oppose homosexuality? Because on moral ground, we say that our culture will be spoiled, our gods will curse. So they here they say that no, state cannot do any legislation which says what is good, what is bad. The only restricting thing is if it is coming in the way of others' liberty. They oppose using coercive forces of law to promote the notions of virtues or to express the moral convictions of the majority. This is what happening in democracy. Moral convictions of the majority. Take any example, like now, like with respect to eating some foods, some type of food. Say for example, like I don't want to go in depth, and I don't want to criticize someone. Some say that we should not eat certain kind of food because that is like it is not acceptable to us. Don't take like with respect to any religion minority or like that. All religions have that one. Some say that you don't eat this because our God won't like this. Some say that you don't eat this, you eat only this. Or others all have those things. So the libertarians oppose using coercive force of law to promote the notions of virtues or to express the moral convictions of the majority. Say, for example, prostitution, homosexuality. These are, they say that these are simply based on the moral things. See, prostitution, it is not coming in the way of your liberty. My own body, my own thing, I am selling this. Why you are saying that this is bad? This is based on the market principle. There is demand, I am giving it. Homosexuality, we are two adult people, we are doing consensual sex. What is wrong with you? Why you are saying that we are wrong? They say that no moral registration. These are the reasons. See, these are the things which you have to apply. These are the reasons because of which some of the states in United States, like there are 50 states in United States, many have legalized prostitution, homosexuality. Some legalized and some have given the legal status also. In that, marrying among the same sex is made like you cannot imagine in our place. See, here somehow, like with respect to now, you have got some idea about homosexuality, all these things. Can you imagine two boys marrying each other and they are like a family? This is there in many states and also in many Western countries. Their logic is prostitution may be morally objectionable to many people, but that does not justify laws that prevent consenting adults from engaging in it. Prostitution may be objectionable for many reasons. Majority in some community may disapprove homosexuality, but that does not justify laws that deprive gay men and lesbians of the right to choose their sexual partners for themselves. See, my dear students, now somehow if we say now, like things have changed. Homosexuality, if we ask someone now, people may say that okay, this is left to their own things, can be, but this was not the case. If you have gone just some 20 years back in India, homosexuality means almost they used to see you as something like doing one of the like most heinous crime in the society. Yes, even now we have got a stigma attached over those things, but it was very very cruel on those days. Really, that was the thing for many reasons. In fact, many of our laws made homosexuality a criminal offense previously. In this way, libertarians oppose moral legislation. And also, they say that there is no redistribution of wealth. They say that redistribution of wealth should not be there. So, what is the reason for that? They say that we own ourselves and also we own the things what we have. In this, they give a very, very like appealing example of benevolent thief. State has no more right to force affluent taxpayers to support social programs for poor than a benevolent thief has the right to steal money from the rich and give it to the homeless. See, this is, isn't it? What is your opinion? They say that no law should require the people to help others. Redistributive taxes are a form of coercion and even theft. Mean to say that see, they accept only minimal state. They accept minimal state. So people should be made to run only this minimal state. What all required to run this minimal state? You should be taxed only that. If you are taxing anything more than this, if you are taxing more than the requirements of the minimal state, then it is unjustified. Same, they give the example of benevolent thief. If the state is taxing you and taking this money and giving it to the poor, they're saying that you are also a thief. State is also a thief, but you are doing the things legally. So they say that this is not right. So these are the people like Frederick, Milton Friedman, Robert Nozick, and John Locke are the people who are the strong advocates of libertarianism. In this, we'll just have a like a brief understanding with respect to the Nozick's thoughts because it is the point in context because it is coming and it is a topic which is in halving. First, taxation. See their logic. You just think about their logic, my dear students. You are getting 100 rupees. You are getting 100 rupees. Okay. For getting 100 rupees, you are working 12 months. If you are taxed one third, if you are taxed one third, means they are taking one third of your labor. Means out of 12 months, 4 months the state is taking. Means 4 months you are made to work without you enjoying the fruits of your labor. Are you getting my point? See the logic they are using. One third if they are taxed, almost like in most of the countries, they have like more and some have like minimum one third we have. In India, we have got 30%, means almost near to one third, 33%, nearly one third. All the people who get more than 10 lakh in India are made to give 30% of tax. You are working hard, you are working day in and day out, but the state is taking 30% of the things what you are earning. Why? This want to feed the people who are very, very poor. Those poor people they want to feed. They say that no, that is wrong. They say that there is nothing wrong. If someone is very, very rich, Ambanis, they are rich, and there are some people who are very, very like they're not having any like minimum things also they are not having. There is nothing wrong in that until and unless you get these things in a just way. If Ambanis are earning, yeah, Ambanis are already paying 30% of the tax. If they are paying 30% of the tax, if they are like already getting the things legally, and in that case, economic inequality is not the thing. Jeff Bezos, Amazon, he was not also rich. He has earned the things not by robbing the people. He has earned the things by just means. In this way, economic inequality, there is no problem with that, is their argument. And they say that if the person who is having money, if he is willing to give, take it, but don't force him. Are you clear? So, according to them, there is nothing wrong with economic inequality as such. There is nothing wrong in with respect to economic inequality. Why? Because by the fact that few are crorepati's, while others are penniless, they don't have money, doesn't enable you to conclude anything about the justice or injustice of the arrangement. Isn't it appealing to you? The Ambanis are having crores. I don't have any money. So, how can you say that this is injustice? Say, for example, among the Ambanis also, one person somehow by some leave the things by just means one Ambani is rich and another Ambani was also given the same share. He is poor. Consider the same. Why Ambani and me and you? Compare the two Ambanis itself. Ambani 1 and Ambani 2. See, Ambani 1 is very rich and Ambani 2 somehow he lost everything. Now he is not having anything. Can we say that this arrangement is unjust? No, we can't say like that. So, distributive justice depends on two requirements: justice in initial holdings and justice in transfer. If you are acquiring the things, properties initially in a just way, and if it is transferred in a just way, then there is nothing wrong. And if there is any injustice with respect to past injuries, then there can be redistribution. Say, for example, I have stolen your money, injustice, then I have to give back the money. Are you getting me? Redistribution, not for equality, redistribution just for justice. Is it clear? So they say that there is nothing wrong in inequality until and unless all these things are obtained initially in a just manner and they are transferred in a just manner. So put them in a sentence. Distributive justice depends on two requirements: in justice in initial holding, that is the resources you use to make your money are legally yours. Resources what you are using, Ambani's what they are using, they're legally theirs. Justice in stands for if you make your money either through free exchange in the marketplace or from the voluntary gift bestowed upon you by the others. Means here also transfer has happened. With respect to this, transfer has happened, money transfer has happened by just means free exchange in the market, and also by voluntary gift. These gifts are also not forced. So there is justice in transfer and justice in initial holdings. As I said, if beneficial if You are the beneficiaries of past injustice. In case if there is some injustice, remedying the injustice can be done. Remedying injustice by redistribution or the anything. For the sake of redressing the past wrongs, not for the sake of bringing about greater equality. Is my point clear? So they are not about, they are not talking about equality, even if there is injustice in the past. But they are redistributing only if there is injustice. That is to redress the past wrongs. Is this concept clear? If you don't understand anything, please let me know. Naz, Ram Kumar, Fiaz, any doubt with respect to these things? Okay, let me move forward. So, as I explained, libertarians equate taxation with forced labor, because and also they equate taxation to slavery, because in taxation also you are denying your, like, the fruits of your labor are denied. In that way, they are all saying that taxation is a modern form of slavery. They claim that by taxing, you are made to work where you are not enjoying the fruits of your labor. Taxation is equal to forced labor is equal to slavery, because denying what you, denying that I own myself. Taxation claim to our own part of you. Is it clear? So they say that any portion, taxation, any portion other than the minimal state, then it is injustice. Any doubt with respect to those things? Okay. Moving further, libertarians self ownership. Like I'm summing up the thing. I'm summing up these things. Self ownership. Here, here, what is the thing is, why the libertarians' main logic is self ownership. Self ownership means we own ourselves. Since we own ourselves, there is freedom of choice. We should be allowed to do whatever we want, not only with our body, with the things what we own. No one should force us. No one should say that what is wrong, what is right. See, this is my body. If I want, I should be able to give. I should be. No one should restrict me from giving my hand to others, because this is my freedom of choice. If I own my body, my life, my person, I should be free to do whatever I want with them, provided I don't harm others. Do you think, or do you agree with me that you own yourself? Or is there anyone owning your body? Is Modi ji owning your body? Is your PM, CM, all these things, are they owning your body? No. Most of us agree. Most of you agree that I own my body, my life, my person, and I should be free to do whatever I want with them, provided I don't harm others also. Self ownership is found on the individual rights. The idea that I belong to myself, not to the state or the political community. So, laws cannot punish me for any things what I do if they are not disturbing or if they are not coming in the way of others. Is this concept clear? So, here, very important lines, self ownership is the foundation of individual rights. So, what are the foundations for individual rights? Self ownership. What is self ownership? Is the idea that I own my body, my life, my person, the things I have, all are mine, and nobody has the power on them. The idea that I belong to myself, not to the state or the political community. In this direction, they say that law cannot punish adultery, infidelity. So they say, what is wrong in adultery? Like two consensual people, if they are engaging in some gratification, what is wrong with that? Liberals say that no, state cannot have any say in these things. Similarly, prostitution, as we have discussed, prostitution, don't say that it is morally objectionable. That think logically. This is my body. Someone is paying for that. I am giving that. Who are you, and on what basis you say that this body you cannot do what with your body whatever you want? It is immoral. Don't say like that. Similarly, homosexuality, consensual human. See, for you, God somehow has made you heterosexual. See, here you have got attraction for opposite sex. You are saying that is right. The same God which has created attraction in opposite sex for you has created in me also the attraction for same sex. I'm not coming in the way of others. So, law should not punish me for homosexuality. Then, selling of the kidneys. In most of the countries, they say that for many reasons, organ donation or selling of the organs is prohibited for many reasons. That may be even in India, even in the most advanced countries, there is no selling of the organs. They say that organ selling should be there. If there are some problems, that is left to the state and government. They have to control. For that, say for example, I am a healthy person, but I don't have talent, I don't have money, I don't have father, mother, or anyone. Someone has offered me 10 crores for one kidney. I belong to some rarest of the rare blood groups. I have two healthy kidneys. If I sell one kidney, I can lead a life, healthy life throughout my life. There won't be anything which I have to do. So, what is wrong in that? Why selling of the kidney is prohibited? So, they say that no, selling of the kidney should not be prohibited because it's my own. They go one step ahead. See, somehow can think that selling one kidney logical because another kidney somehow you will be alive. They say that even selling two kidneys, it should not have anything. What is wrong? This is my kidney. I am selling. Selling two kidneys, somehow definitely they will die. Yes, all the waste in your body gets in your blood itself. Kidneys are the mechanisms through which the waste in your blood have been removed. Not only that, they say that one should have the right to suicide. See, this is my own body. I am killing myself. How can the law say, how can the government say that killing yourself is wrong? Is there anyone, like students, can you say why suicide? Somehow, like we are talking for and against. See, I am saying this is my own body. Nobody has right on this. So let me commit suicide. Then am I not right? What right do you people, what right do you society has to say that no, you should not kill yourself? You suffer. I don't have food. I don't have anyone. I am mentally very disturbed. I am daily almost, except that physical death, mentally I am dying every day. You are not coming to help me, but you are saying that don't take your life. Next, they go to another level. They say that see, suicide is not that easy. So they say that there should be assisted suicide also. I'm not feeling like living. I got bored. Maybe any reason. Many like few of my friends some who committed suicide with respect to UPSC exams also. That is a very negative thing. I object that and I don't want to mention also somehow it came. So they say that not even suicide, assisted suicide, a person who is well trained means if you if you commit suicide like our Sushant Singh Rajput or anyone, it will be very painful. So one small injection, peacefully you will be sleeping. One injection, you're gone. Assisted suicide should be there, they say, and they go one step ahead and they say that if there is consensus, you can go for consensual cannibalism. These are the cases which already have appeared. Means one person gave advertisement in a newspaper, the other person responded, and he killed that person, and he was keeping all his body in fridge and he was eating. Then he said that no, this is not against the things. He gave consent. See, these are the documents. Reasons I don't know. I am thinking of eating the meat of a human. He agreed. I did not even give any money or anything. That on his own he has come in a peaceful way. I am storing all these things and I am eating. Do you think all these things are right? These are the extremist things. And also here, my dear students, don't think that these are too extreme. The adultery or prostitution or homosexuality, all these things already are legalized in many states of United States and also many parts of Scandinavian countries and Europe. Yes, a day may come when these are also will be legalized. Chances are there. Like some days before, adultery, prostitution, homosexuality, these were thought to be crime. Suicide was crime previously. Things are moving. You have to take a stand and you have to say, like, what is the supreme ethical standard? If libertarianism is a supreme ethical standard, what is the limit for that? You have to decide and you have to justify the things. So we have discussed consequentialism, deontology, and liberalism. Moving forward, virtuous ethics. They say that this is a very a thought with respect to ethics which was propounded long back, thousands of years back. So they say that virtuous ethics deals with the internal qualities, the personalities, the thing. Because I feel that, and also many philosophers they feel that this is not that relevant in today's life. Here, the main reason is these are not based on the logic, they say. They say that with respect to virtuous ethics, the focus is with respect to inherent character of a person. A character which is present, say for example, honesty, courage, temperance, that is not heeding to any of our desires, especially our arousals. So they claim that lifetime practicing these virtues leads to ethical life. Means just say for example, honesty, courage. If you practice these things over a period of time, this will lead to an ethical life. And they also go to the extent that, say for example, if you consider X as a ethical person, if in a given circumstance, like in a circumstance of A and in a given time of B, this X person what he does is ethical. I gave previously also the example. Say for example, our Mahatma Gandhi in in situation A and time B, he does something that is ethical, and all the people who face circumstance A and also time B should do the same thing. Then only it will be called ethical. They say that an action is right if and only if an action that a virtuous person would do. The same thing what I said. So, in a given time, in a given circumstance, and in a given time, what a virtuous person does is the thing which is ethical, which is virtuous. Are you getting my point? So we'll go deep about virtuous ethics when we talk about the Western philosophers, because this needs a lot of background. If I explain these things at this time, after like thousands of years, the things may not be that receptive to you. So this was proponed by many people like Aristotle, Plato, all these things. So one of the main important thing is with respect to cardinal virtues of Plato. The fundamental virtues, cardinals, the fundamental virtues. According to him, according to Plato, the cardinal virtues are wisdom. Means you have to base the things based on the reason, knowledge. Valor or courage means mental or moral strength to withstand the difficulties. A person should have all these things. There should be temperance, there is discipline, biological and appetites. Justice, harmonious functioning of all these three. So, according to Aristotle, if all these things are practiced, then it is virtuous, then it is ethical. These things and many more with respect to virtuous ethics we will discuss later. As of now, you just remember like virtuous ethics means it is dealing about the inner character which is present in an individual. They say that if you practice these things throughout our lifetime, it will lead to ethical things. It will lead to ethical deeds. It will be virtuous. And it also says that an action is right if and only if it is an action that a virtuous person could do. Say, for example, courageous person, a warrior, in that situation, what he does, the same thing you also should do. Then only it is virtuous. So we have completed these three. Now we have got one more, that is contractual theory. So in contractual theory, they say that abiding by the contracts, agreeing, like we have contract means two parties have agreed. So if you are abiding by that, if you are following the given contract properly, then it is ethical. In this, in this contract theory, Vijay Kumar, sir, you are covering very thoroughly this thing, but yes, yes, sure, sure. If you have any doubt, you please let me know. But could you please with us in this session, Sam? Yes, I have been interacting with you, Vijay Kumar. If you have any doubt, please let me know. That is the reason why we at Unacademy are keeping the things live. Otherwise, I would have recorded and I would have kept. So that is like if you have any doubt, you can interact me, you can message me. Like when I get involved, somehow I won't be able for me to see your messages. Definitely after the class, I will look into your things. At least in the next class, I will clarify all these things. I'll try to clarify here itself. If not possible, later. So social contract theory. So in this social contract theory, what they say that see, we as humans are living in a society. We are agreeing to forgive some of our liberties, and because of that, we are getting some benefits. Not only that, any agreement, say for example, you are taking marriage. What is marriage? Marriage is a social contract. You have to abide by that. They say that obeying to the contract is the supreme ethical standard. In this, there are many types, like modern things, or some say that with respect to social contract, as a society, how we have emerged. In this direction, one of the most famous thing is social contract theory. According to social contract theory, which is propounded by Thomas Hobbes, society without rules is equal to living in the state of nature. So social contract. There is a social society contract at the societal level. Now I am explaining why we need a contract kind of things, mutual agreement, mutually agreed thing at the societal level. Because society without rules, society without laws is living in the state of nature. Living in the state of nature means like full freedom. Like say for example, like some monkeys in the forest, lions in the wild forest where there is no objection. So living in a state of nature. See, this is a forest. Think that human interference, nothing is there. There is one lion, there is one snake, there is one deer, there is one tiger, there are many monkeys, there are many leopards. Means this is the state of nature. If lion feels hungry, so lion will hunt the deer, it will eat. If you say that we want unrestricted freedom, means society without rules and regulations, means you are living in the state of nature. Living in the state of nature, don't think that it has got advantage. See, for example, you are not living in the state of nature because you are abiding by certain rules and regulations. You are abiding by certain rules and regulations. You are watching the videos on Unacademy. Are you afraid of anyone? Are you afraid that somebody will come and kill you? But you are not having absolute freedom. You are not staying in the state of nature. Are you getting my point? Say, if you are staying in the state of nature with absolute freedom, then there won't be security for you. Life in the state of nature would be Darwinian, where the stronger will survive and the weaker will perish. Environmental determinism. Okay. Yes, environmental determinism, that is Darwinism, you can say. To make the things constant, I will explain this social contract theory in depth when we take up the philosophers, all these things. Now, to tell you what exactly is ethics, what is the basis for ethics, we said that law are not ethics, your religion is not ethics. Then what is ethics? These are some of the accepted things. So according to Thomas Hobbes, society without rules is equal to living in a state of nature. In a state of nature, survival of the fittest means, in that case, like we say, for example, take the example of rules and regulation. We have something as marriage. This is a social contract. If there was no institution like marriage, all the people who are strong would have taken all the women in the society, and all the people who are weak, they never get any women at all to marry. Now is it now happening? No, because we are not living in the state of nature. We have got a social contract. In social contract, individuals have consented to surrender some of their freedoms and submit to the authority in exchange for the protection of their remaining rights or the maintenance of the social order. So this is a very, very important thing. And my dear students, as I always say, please don't by heart, don't memorize the definitions, because if you want to memorize the definitions, then you have to memorize 10,000 definitions, which is humanly not possible. We have got short memory. So just decipher the definition, keep the crux, write in 2 or 3 words, and write in your own words. Social contract theory means individuals have consented. What is social contract theory? Individuals have consented, individuals have agreed to surrender some of their freedoms. They have consented, they have agreed to surrender some of their liberties, some of their freedoms, and submit to the authority. So A policeman comes and says, "Why are you not wearing the helmet?" You won't say, "This is my head. I will do whatever I want." Because you have consented, my dear. You have consented to surrender some of your freedom and to submit to the authority. Authority is here, not the individual. Authority is here, the law. In exchange of protection of the remaining rights and maintaining the social order. See, with respect to marriage, with respect to many other things, we have surrendered some of the rights. Why? Because in exchange you are getting the protection. Then you may ask me, like, sir, how is this justified? Don't you feel like surrendering our rights for getting some other things? Is this logical? Let me explain this. Say, for example, if we are living in a society in the state of nature, means a society in the state of nature would be without comforts of necessities. This won't have the comfort of the necessities. Society in the state of nature, like say for example, the monkey in the forest, you will be like, if you are allowed, the monkey is not free. You may think that monkey is jumping from one tree to another tree, so you are feeling that, oh, that monkey, how freedom, what a freedom the monkey has. Not the thing. It is not having do you think the monkey has the comfort of the necessities? Do you think the monkey has the security? Some gorilla may come and eat the like take away the monkey. Some hunter may come and destroy the things. Similarly, when we are living in the state of nature, that is when we are living with full freedom, like full freedom to do whatever we want, we won't be having the minimum comforts and necessities. We won't have leisure, we won't have security, and also will be always won't have security, and also there will be continuous fear, no place for commerce, little time or no time for culture, no knowledge, no arts, little language. See, these are the things which have happened in our own human society. After after we got something like society, we got some leisure. We got some leisure because now there is no need for us to worry about our security. We are not afraid of fear. We are not afraid of some enemies. In this leisure, we started painting. In this leisure, we started developing some language. In this leisure, we started doing some experiments. We domesticated some animals. We brought some seeds. We developed in this leisure some language. All these things would have not been there. All these things would not have been there if we would have not had social contract theory. True, this is true. Say, for example, in a general sense, don't take in a specific way. Think that your monkeys, your lions, all these things have all these things. Security with respect to all these things. Maybe they might also have all some kind of culture. They don't have these things. Means to say, if we are not having this security, leisure, all these things, we would have also not involved in commerce, in developing culture, in knowledge, art, or language. And also, state of nature where rules and laws are not existent, people would strive for more wealth, power, in what would be described as a dog eat dog society, because we will be always behind power. People will act in wicked ways to survive, including attacking others before they are attacked by themselves. Yes, they are afraid. See here, like who will guarantee you that? See, now you are guaranteed that nobody will come and kill you because you have consented some of your freedom. You have given up some of your freedom. You are agreed. But in the state of nature, it won't be. You are afraid that you may be killed anytime. So, what is the best way to prevent that? Before others kill you, you want to kill them. So, this is very, very lethal. There, the strong would control the weak, and also society, if there is no rules society forbidding or discouraging unethical and immoral things, the very existence will be suffering. So, what is the solution? The solution is social contract. It dictates that we will not break the laws or certain moral codes, and in exchange, we reap the benefits of society, namely security, survival, education, and other necessities needed to life. Is the concept of social contract clear? So, this is one part of social contract. There are many other things with respect to contract theories in the modern things. We'll discuss that later. So, staying in the state of nature is not the solution. Staying in the state of nature means everyone is given absolute freedom. They are allowed to do whatever they want. Think of that situation. In Delhi, Bombay, Madras, people are allowed to do whatever they want. Nobody will punish for anything. If you want to kill someone, you can kill. If others want to kill you, let them kill. So, that is not the thing. That in fact, if you have absolute freedom, it will be having negative impact. So for that, social theory, social contract theory is the solution. But one of the problem here is that it gives the person, see, in social contract theory we are giving and we are obeying to some authority. What happens is, in those scenarios, the person in authority, here government, that may be anything, a person in authority will be having too much power, and they may make laws which will take away the minimum things. So one of the reason is it gives the person in authority too much power to make laws under the disguise of protection that can be misused. And also social contract may not be fair for everyone. Say for example, the poor do not get the same benefits of the contract. Say for example, we all in India have contracted to social contract theory. Are the benefit getting, are the benefits which a like our Ambanis get and the benefit which a poor person gets are the same? No. This is one of the limitation of social contract theory. So my dear students, as of now, what we have discussed is with respect to the things like, let me take the screen scale. So in this session, what we have discussed is laws, rules, regulations, conscience, religion, they all cannot be equated to ethics. We have discussed this. Why we have discussed that. But the basis for all these things is, the basis, the foundation for all these things is ethics. Your laws, rules, regulations, all these things reflect those things which people feel that are correct. The moral ideals, the laws in India reflect what people think is ethical. But we cannot equate this with these things. So, and also we discussed how laws, rules, regulations are not equated to ethics, but they are the source of ethical guidance that we have discussed. Then afterwards, we started discussing then what is the basis of ethics. In that regard, we discussed that the supreme ethical standards, ethics is equal to basically standards. The basis for ethical standard is, one says that ethics is located in ends, and other says that ethic is located in means, and other says that ethic is located in the rights. The other says that supreme ethical standard is being virtuous, and other says that agreeing to the contracts is ethical. So we have discussed these things. So all these things, they say that they are the basis for, or they are the supreme ethical standards. This is in general. Now let us see what our second ARC says with respect to these things. According to second ARC, what is ethical framework? Ethical framework. What should be the constituents of ethical framework? What is the exact supreme ethical standard? See, these are the things according to consequentialist, end is the supreme ethical thing. According to deontology, means, according to libertarians, rights, according to virtuous ethics, virtues, according to Thomas Hobbes, contracts. It is left to you. You have to say and you have to substantiate. These are like views, the most accepted. As you know, in social science, you have got many things, you have to substantiate them. So, Nas, according to you, what is the supreme ethical standard? You asked me a question, I am asking you a question. According to you, what is the supreme ethical standard? You just at least had a blur idea of the things. Are ends, means, rights, virtues, or contract? Which is a supreme ethical order standard according to you? According to Marx, economy. Okay, yes, communism. But somehow those things are not explicitly said in our ethics paper. Definitely, according to Marx, economy. Very good. Deontology, yes. Like most deontology say that, most people say that it's deontology, but everything, if that would have been the case, then there are many things which we cannot do. Say for example, according to deontology, like we cannot treat people as means we cannot build any dam because it leads to upliftment of the tribes. Okay, let's not go into depth. These are the pros and cons. So now coming back to our thing, so we have discussed, but in examination, what they are asking is, what is ethical conduct? What is ethical conduct? What is ethical framework? What is the what is the correct ethical framework? What leads to ethical conduct? These are the things they are asking. In this regard, it is pertinent for us to look into what second ARC says. See, I'll be discussing two important things now. You just first try to, without any doubt, you try to grasp them. Afterwards, you can reason those things. Why I'm saying this is, these are said by second ARC, my dear students. So, framework for ethical behavior, according to second ARC, the following things should be there for ethical behavior. The framework for ethical behavior should have the following. Any framework for the ethical behavior should include the following things according to second ARC. Means if you are giving any framework for any society for the ethical behavior, first of all, there should be codifying ethical norms and practices. Codifying ethical norms and practices means, say for example, now we have discussed like what is the ethics not, what is the ethical standards, all these things. We have to codify them because they are very subjective. We have to codify them, codify these norms and practices first of all. So any framework of ethical behavior, like you are giving a framework for a society, an individual, or a country, so that should have first codification of the ethical norms and practices, then disclosing the personal interest to avoid the conflict between the public interest and personal interest. Here, second ARC is giving the things mainly with respect to professional life and organization. in organization, in professional life, public life, or with respect to civil service also, you can say. First of all, codifying the thing. Second, they say that disclosing the personal interest to avoid the conflict between the public interest and personal gains. Here, what do you understand by disclosing the personal interest to avoid the conflict between public interest and personal gains? I will just like in a brief way, I will say that. Say, for example, you are in the interview board. You are the chairman of a interview board. There are 10 candidates with whom you have to interview, 10 candidates. In that, one is your relative. One is your relative. So, according to second ARC, this chairman has to disclose that one person, that is, say for example, I is my relative, disclosing the personal interest. I is my relative, I is my son, I is my friend's son. This avoids conflict between the personal interest and personal gains, public interest and personal gains. This is a very, very standard thing because you cannot be judge of your own case. So, in any of the things, first of all, if there is any conflict between the civil service and the public service, sorry, civil service and your personal interest, you have to disclose them. So, in this regard, after disclosing that, there should be there you have to create certain mechanisms for enforcing the relevant code. First is you have to codify them. Second is you have to disclosing the personal interest. Third is there has to be a mechanism for enforcing. Otherwise, what happens? You have codified them, but if there is no mechanism to enforce them, you won't be having a framework for ethical behavior. Then providing norms for qualifying and disqualifying a public functionary from the office. So here in this case, this is very much related to organization. This is very much related to civil service or very much related to a professional life or public life. In this, according to second ARC, ethical framework you can say with respect to a civil servant or any organization should have first codifying the thing, then disclosing the public interest. Third is mechanism for enforcing the relevant codes and also providing norms for qualifying and disqualifying the public functionary from the office. Means qualifying, if he has done something good, qualify. If he has not done something good or if he has done something wrong, disqualify them. So these are the things which are needed to have a ethical framework according to second ARC. Then that is something related to organization and something not related to in general. But second ARC comes to the crux of the ethical behavior. If someone in some day, if in the interview or in the examination asks you, what is the crux of ethical behavior or how can we bring ethical behavior among the individuals? You have to follow these things according to second ARC. Second ARC says that crux of ethical behavior does not lie in bold words or expressions enshrined as ethical standards. Means that, say for example, you have enshrined some has ethical standard like honesty, ethical standard, taking bribe is unethical, being corrupt is unethical, honesty is the best policy, don't steal, and always respect the elders. Some things like that. There are some ethical standards which you have framed, and also there are some things you have said that these are not ethical. But this crux of ethical behavior does not lie in these bold expressions which enshrine something has ethical standards. Then what is where is the crux of ethical behavior? See, in our society, we don't have ethical behavior. Why? This question also can be answered with this one. Because there is no dearth. In India, for ethical standards, you have got all the religions. Religion Samo, there is good in all the religion. All the religion talk about the good. You have got good rules and regulations. But why we don't have ethical behavior? Because crux of the ethical behavior does not lie in just the standards. All major religions are in India. They are giving all the important and good things. But this does not lead to ethical behavior. Crux of the ethical behavior lies in adoption of ethical standards to action. Crux of the ethical behavior does not live in just those standards. It lies in adopting these standards into action. So, what is this adopting ethical standards into action? Nas, what we say? Adopting or practicing ethical standards. Ethical standards in action, what are they called? Integrity. Integrity. Adoption of ethical standards into action. Crux of the ethical behavior lies in adoption of ethical standards into action. Ethics in action is your integrity. In sanction against the violation of the acts. So, for ethical behavior in the society, we should adopt the ethical standard, and also we should have sanctions against the violations of the ethical standards. Say, for example, do we have sanction against the people who are violating the ethical standards? Taking money, corruption, all these things are wrong. These are bold standards which are there, but they are not, there is no sanctions against them. Many people who are looting, they have not been punished. So we should adopt them into action, and if someone violates, there should be some punishment. And in putting in place competent disciplinary authority to investigate allegations of ethical standards violation and impose sanctions quickly. First is adoption, second is sanction, and also next is in putting in place competent disciplinary authority. The competent disciplinary authority means you should have the power and authority. Not like you made someone who doesn't have any power, doesn't have the competence. Competent disciplinary body to investigate the allegations. Sanctions if there is violations. If there is allegations, what you will do? If there is allegation that you have violated, then there should be a competent disciplinary authority to look into those things. So, putting in place competent disciplinary authority to investigate the allegations of ethical standards violating and violations and impose sanctions quickly, and in promoting a culture of integrity. So, the crux of ethical behavior lies in promoting the culture of integrity. So, you know by now what is culture, you know by now what is integrity. So, this word is very, very important. In promoting the culture of integrity. Integrity means following ethical standards. Integrity is following ethical standards. In India, do we have the culture of following ethical standards? No, because we have corruption, lot of corruption. If we have a culture in which there is promoting integrity means ethical standards, then there will be ethical behavior. My dear students, fourth point is very, very important, and second ARC often stresses on that one. Ethical behavior will be there only when there is a culture of integrity. So, what is culture? Culture is that which is passed on from culture. 3 points I have given. Culture is that which is passed on from one generation to the another generation. Culture is that which is learned. Culture is that which is accepted by most member of the society. See, this is culture. Culture of integrity means, integrity means following the ethical standards. If following the ethical standards, that is integrity, is followed for is passed on from one generation to another, if it is learned, and if most member of the society agree to that, then definitely there will be ethical behavior. So can we relate integrity to Emma? Yes, yes, definitely. See here, one thing is, with respect to the things what you have told, we can definitely relate, but value, ethics, and also morals you can relate. Attitude also can be related, but I feel, to be safer side, don't do that, because as I told you, values, ethics, and morals, when it is followed, it leads to integrity. Values, ethics, morals, when they are attached to an object, it leads to your attitude. So generally we can, generally you can write, to be specific and to be very clear, values and ethics and morals, when it is followed over a period of time consistently, it is integrity. Values, ethics, and morals, when they are attached to object, by attaching values, ethics, and morals to an object, what you are doing, you are evaluating, that leads to your attitude. Definitely you can write, to be safer side, attitude you can, like, it is like 50-50 thing, but you can write attitude also. So here, my dear students, the last two things, you please internalize them. Like you just understand and take the things, don't go in depth. These are very, very, like, subjective things. If you go in depth, you will get more doubt than you clearly clarifying your things. Second, as he has said these things, you just first internalize them. In this, what I say this, promoting the culture of integrity is the crux. Integrity means following ethics, values, morals. Culture means these three things. If our culture is teaching us to follow the ethical standards, if we are learning to follow the ethical standards, if we are, if most people, most number of the people, majority of the people think that it is good, desirable to follow ethical standards, then it leads to ethical behavior. Sir, in respect to emphasizing the 4 point ethics was yes, that is the thing. Yes, that is the reason why it was added. Vinay Kumar Kat. Okay, these are the things. Okay, Vinay, Naz, Lakshya Singh, and all who are there. Any doubt with respect to the concept which I have taught today? If you have any doubt, like, please let me know. Message me here or Unacademy app. I will clarify the things. And, like, don't worry about the things what I teach. All the things I will provide. Now just concentrate on the content. Just make a short note. And my request is, don't see the videos and again. Don't waste your time. Once you have to see with concentration, make the points, and you have to keep that aside. Okay. Having said that, see, this is the thing. Your senior, who is this? Our first ranker. See, this is the thing which I have kept and I have been telling you. So if you get first rank in my future years, Pradeep Singh. So I will also keep your scoreboard and I will be telling and referring to your juniors. Here, my dear students, like, one of the thing, like, apart from these things, see, all these things are the things which are leading to first rank. Here there is one thing. is writing. Yes, Pradeep Singh. So, through writing itself, you are communicating. So, how to develop writing skill? Write till you become right. One of the best method to develop writing skill is daily reading the editorial. Reading editorial once, twice till you understand. Afterwards, keep the editorials aside. Try to generate 2 to 3 points. In the beginning, it will be difficult. Really, it will be difficult. You won't be able to write the things, you won't be able to correlate the things. After 1 or 2 weeks, 1 or 2 months, if you just read the editorial, you'll be able to write tuck, 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 tuck points. That is writing skill development. The final step is joining some test series and doing those things. Real writing skill develops by doing this. So what I strongly suggest is, my dear students, daily read editorial on your own. Like many of the students, they oppose with respect to me, with respect to this. They say that, sir, editorial we want in depth, background we want, how they are analyzing we want, so we are referring that editorial daily analysis. You will be able to do better than them if you try to do on your own. Go and see them, get the points how they are doing. You have to do on your own, because that is the answer writing skills. Okay, I will make a video for essay also. So one of the thing is, my dear students, according to me, if you daily read editorial and write 2 to 3 points, after like 1 or 2 months, you'll read the editorial, you'll be writing fluently, taka 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 points. Are you getting me? That is the only thing required in examination. All my dear students, you will require only 50% to get IAS. If you are not developing writing skill, all your things are waste. Having said that, I wish that you get first rank, and in the same way, like I have put like Pradeep Singh's scoreboard, I'll be putting your board and I will explaining your juniors. See, like Vinay Kumar, Nas, all these things, people they have got first rank. You also should get like that. So having said that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our videos. And in any correspondence with Unacademy, use my promo code Buddha10 and join my Telegram group. Having said that, happy reading, enjoy your preparation. Let's crack UPSC. Let's get first rank. Enjoy your preparation. Take care.